Okay guys, so it is Friday morning, February 19th, April 19th, 2024. We are packing up to drive to Kansas for Earth Day Buckle Mania this weekend. You'll see we're getting the car quite full of stuff. We got clothes, camping gear, lots of running stuff. I've got little things to set along the course with my nutrition and buffs and lube and stuff like that. We've got a little heater because it's supposed to get down in the mid 30s at night. So anyway, okay, so we are in Abilene, Kansas, my wife and I, for the 24-hour Earth Day Buckle Mania tomorrow. Kathy, what's your goal?
Well, in 24 hours, hopefully we'll do my first 50K.
Awesome. Anyway, this is our setup. It's a beautiful little park out here. The loops are going to be 1.8 miles, and we've just got a little station set up here with junk on it. And we'll have a little ice chest here, so we'll have drinks and stuff. Our car's right along the road that's right along the path to the trail. We got chairs, we got a tent. We're going to spend the night here tonight. Kathy set up a little station over here to do stretching and for making tea. So anyway, we're about to go down and heat up some chicken we brought from home for dinner, and then we'll probably call it a night. The 48-hour people are already going around and around in the loop, so we've already got some friends that are out there.
You can see the people coming. Here, take a quick shot of that.
Yeah, there's some, I don't know if you can, it's pretty far up.
Coming and going.
But yeah, they're up the road a little bit, about to come up.
Yeah, and there's a bright orange one over there that you might be able to see.
Oh, it's too small.
Yeah, it's tiny.
This is real wide angle. If you look up the road, they'll be coming by real soon. Anyway, so the 48-hour people are already going, and we'll join them at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning.
It goes clockwise. There's two bridges in the park. We run over both bridges. Both bridges also involve the only two left turns on the whole course. The first bridge you come to, you take a left turn to go across it. The second bridge, you take a left turn after you cross it. Other than that, all the turns are right. There's plenty of blue flags marked around all of the turns. There's not very many in the straightaways at all. So the straightaways, there's only blue flags where there might be a road. There's no gravel on the course except for right through here and this little stretch here. So there are some gravel offshoots. Don't take any gravel, stay on pavement, except for when you come into this campground. And then
Hey,
Five,
big noise,
4,
big noise,
3,
big noise.
2, 1.
And we're off. So far, a really pretty little park. Nice course. In. Okay, so I'm 20 miles in, a little under 4 hours. Actually, my longest run of the year. I'm feeling pretty confident about the 100K. So I'm running at a pace that would allow me to do 100 miles in 24 hours. I don't know how long I'll keep it up. We'll just see how it's going, how I do. I'm still feeling good right now. Usually, a ballpark figure is if I'm to 55 miles in 12 hours, I've got a pretty good shot at 100. If I don't get to that, I'll probably start turning it off. Anyway, check in later. Okay guys, so I'm checking in again. I'm in just over 40 miles. My little attempt running fast enough to see if I could do 100 miles in 24 hours failed. Like I said, I did that one run of about 18 and a half where I felt good, knew I could go further. So I was doing that pace. I was running between 11:30s and 12-minute miles, and for me to do a 100-miler, I need to do that probably for 50 miles or a little more to feel like I'm going to make it. I made it, felt good till about mile 26, and then the wheels kind of fell off, and I've been pretty much walking ever since. So like I said, I'm a little over 40 miles in and a little over 9.5 hours in, so it's about 4:30 in the afternoon. I figure even with my walking pace, I'll get to the 100K probably midnight or a little before, and that's probably a good enough day. Buckle Mania, you get a buckle for 50K, 50 mile, 100K. I'll get those, and the 100 mile I won't make it to because I couldn't make it there anyway right now, and it was a long shot to begin with. So I think I'm going to be happy with the 100K. That's what I'm shooting for. Okay, so I am just before the 12-hour mark, a little over 49 miles. Just gonna keep going until I get 100K. Okay guys, so this is my wife Kathy. We went down and did the race together. She wanted to try to do 50K in the 24 hours. She, over the years, she ran a couple marathons, but it was like 25 years ago. She's had some injury problems since then. She's had
and two babies.
But
Life.
surgery on her foot and on both hips, and kind of struggles. She hasn't been able to run a lot in quite a while, but she wanted to go and challenge herself and try to do 50K walking. And Kathy, what did you think of the course, and how did it go?
Well, I have a new respect for ultra runners going around in the same circle, same direction for 24 hours. I think that motivated me to finish it before the 24 and then just call it done. So I hit my goal about before 15 hours was done, and just felt that was it, and stopped and slept the rest of the 24. I think that's a smart strategy.
It was a pretty park out there though. And,
Yeah.
when she got to doing her final loop, I tried to join her. I got there a little late. I joined her for part of the loop. I think I was around mile 58, so I was nearing my 100K when you finished up, but we stopped and we ate some pizza and some coffee. I tried to warm up a little bit.
Yeah, it was getting kind of chilly. I will tell you, I found a magic potion that worked this time. I don't even know if I told Jay about this. So on my last 4 laps, they offered me a good long shot of Fireball whiskey and 2 Tylenol. I felt pretty good those last 3 laps. What also helped, I thought was really fun, as Jay's always told me, the company you keep on these laps is always very entertaining, and sometimes makes you forget about your little aches and pains or things you're going through. And I found a guy that was kind of struggling out there, and so I kind of helped him through his last 2 laps, and that gave you purpose and gave you interesting stories and kind of helped bide your time as you're going through.
We met some other really neat people out there, like Will Sprouse, who puts on the race, was doing his 104th 100-miler, and he was really engaging, nice guy. I spent most of a loop with him.
Same here. I was on a loop with Will.
And
yeah.
Then like Kim, who lives in Galveston, was doing her unofficial 100th. I don't understand quite why it's a unofficial 100-miler. She must have run 1 or 2 that maybe don't count, but she'll be hitting officially 100, I'm very sure, very soon. And then Yin, who's from Houston, was doing her 115th 100-miler. Just all kinds of incredible people.
But I think if you're looking for a race to go on up and do, the Abilene running community definitely shows a lot of support for this race. I mean, it was small town, not a lot of volunteers out there, not a lot of people, but beautiful, beautiful course. Lots of just hometown hospitality, you could kind of say. Just great people out there, comfortable course, and very pretty.
And at the aid station, they had in the morning pancakes and bacon, and later there was hamburgers and pizza and
now the owner, Will and his wife, they run the aid station pizza place down the road, and that's where the pizza came in from. So again, they were always accommodating. You know, they had warm buildings and cots provided to have you sleep in there. And they're, you know, always cooking coffee for you, tea, you know, anything you needed, they'd get on the griddle and cook it up for you.
And this race got put on our radar by Butch Allman, who's Kathy used to work with his wife Donna 20, almost 25 years ago.
Not dating us.
Anyway, we got to know Butch was one of the first people I knew that had run 100 miles. Anyway, we saw them back at Snowdrop back in the beginning of the end of the year, beginning of January.
January 1st, New Year's.
And he told us about the race. So he was there, and his son. He actually ended up winning the 48-hour race for male, and his son had a longest hike of 35 miles, and he ended up with over 100K. So it just really a lot of encouraging. It's cool seeing people hit their goals. It was a lot of fun.
Yep. So these are our buckles that we got when you finish the 50K mark. They gave you a little buckle like this, so I'm all set for that. And it's called Buckle Mania because as you hit other distances, you get additional buckles. So I got a 50K, but then when I got up to 50 mile, I got a little bit bigger one. And then when I got to 100K, I got a bigger one. And then if I could have gone 100 miles, it's even a bigger one. So it's Buckle Mania.
Yeah. Anyway.
Kind of fun.
Anyway, so the rest of my race, I wasn't able to maintain the pace to do 100 miles, and I really thought I was going to drop out after 100K, but I looked up and I was actually still feeling good walking, and I was walking at a decent clip, and I became a little bit competitive. I saw I was in 3rd place in the 24-hour.
Just a little bit competitive. Yeah, you know Jay.
So I kept going and kept going, and I was staying a couple laps behind the guy in 2nd, and I had been behind. He's a young guy, very fast, but I had been close to him early in the race. He was in 1st, I was in 2nd. We both got passed by the eventual winner, Scott, who went on to do 100 miles. But I just kept going, and I did finally discover around mile 69 I could actually run a little bit again. But I just ran a little bit, and I kind of saved it for stupid competitive reasons. The guy from 4th place, I was about to pass him. I ran past him to make him think I was in better shape than I really was. And the same thing when the guy that was in 2nd place was struggling. I ran past him pretty good too. Now he ended up, I think that was his last loop because he was really struggling. So I ended up being able to catch him, and I finished 2nd place. My grand total was a little over 83.5 miles. I quit with about an hour and a half to go. I still could have easily done a couple more laps to maybe get to 87. If I'd have really hustled and done more running, I might could have got to 89. But at that point, I could tell I'd pretty well secured 2nd place. I wasn't going to catch 1st, and it wasn't going to be a PR. So I decided that extra hour and a half of sleep sounded pretty nice to me. So
anybody who's considering their first ultra, you can look at like how I did it and just got it done and then slept my 24 hours away and enjoyed that almost 10 hours in bed, you know, in my cot. And so we had a little heater and it was toasty. Or, you know, do like this guy and push it to the 20th hour-ish. And you know, it's each of them are very feasible, but it's just whatever you want to, what you want to do and how you want to get it done.
And it was great that Kathy slept for like 10 hours and I had only had about 3 hours, so she was able to drive us home, which was wonderful.
Yeah, because if we had thought about it and I wanted to push in and do more miles, then we could have stayed an extra night in Abilene or something if we needed to. But it worked out that I got plenty of rest and got us home the next day. So there's lots of ways to get these ultras done.
Anyway, that's really all I have. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider hitting the thumbs up, the like button. If you're interested in any more of these stories, please consider subscribing to my channel. And other than that, I hope you're having a great day. And keep moving.
Keep moving.